Alright, FinPro, Financial Professional. So let me just briefly show you what we got here. That makes it a bit fast, so don't have much time. Portfolio Analyzer. So basically what we have this week is a Financial Pro based on stocks. We have pre-listed, will determine their current worth on the market. So you see here we have a Portfolio Analyzer, string title, portfolio, declare the number of fields here, string title, portfolio, MS per day, day per year, 365, no magic numbers, therefore we define them as variables. Portfolio Analyzer, title array list, string, equity. Here we have our first method. I've commented out, you have to see the witness behavior before and after. So I'll get into that in a moment. String to string, please bear this in mind, this title and its output on our screen. I'll show you that when we get there, but it's fairly important. Our second method, get the witness behavior before and after. Third method, before and after, and get portfolio market value. So first thing I'm going to show you actually is the portfolio.xml. And these are three portfolios. As you see, our string array name TC, string array name SC, and string array name PF. And each of these items are corresponding equities for our portfolio. And I believe according to my iBook, I have to show you the 4 ways in which we represent portfolios. So the first way being like this in our XML, strings. The second being as an array of strings. So let's go up a bit, as an array of strings or string items. Just being done right here as an array of string items. In quantity integer.parse in field 1, where we are assigning various variables to our respective array list of fields. Equity. I go to our UI.jar. This is our output for. This is a fourth and final way as a table, which is being defined right here in our UI.java. A visual representation would be right here. So this will be our final output of our portfolio. Equity.java. So public class equities, as you can see here, we define them as equities here. With no equity class. This dot symbol. And that's basically the 4 ways of representing our portfolio. As XML and within our portfolio.xml, within our portfolio.analyzer.java, as a collection of strings. The output being defined here within our UI.java, or better yet, the visual representation right here, as the fourth and final, and third, as a list of equities, equity.java. Alright then. And moving on, as you saw with our 3 portfolios, I will now begin to explain to you our methods before and after implementation. So we take out the first one. Let's just comment this out. Int size is equal to get portfolio. Take out that return. Int size is equal to get portfolio, the current portfolio we're referencing, dot size, return size. We save that up and rerun the application. But first, pay special attention to right here. This dot portfolio consists of 2 equities. Oh, see, I already implemented it, but originally it would have said 0. But everything else will be commented out shortly. You're not supposed to see it has a market value of so forth and so on, and a yield of 3.1 annualized, but that'll be commented out shortly after I rerun the application. So black it out. pull it back up. Let's go back to SC and analyze. See, the SC portfolio consists of two equities, as you can see, the .QC and .UR. It has a market value of 0.00, 0.00, because our other methods have not been initialized as yet. So the SC portfolio has two equities. We can also try another one. We do have the time for that. To TC. Analyze TC. The portfolio consists of one equity. Now let's go ahead and implement our get investment market value. Let's implement that method next. Return will be absolutely market V. So let's run through it fairly quickly. Here we see we have our new instance of a stock based on the symbol, and symbols simply correspond to these right here, these inputs right here. So QC, QC, UR, QR, UR, CD. Those we consider our symbols. So it takes that as a parameter and creates a new stock item. And then double market V, which is just a variable I assigned for the market value, is equal to stock.getPrice method. The .getPrice method is a method within the stock API. So now we save that, run it again. Let's go back to the tablet. And on the TC portfolio in. Give it a second. Let's just type in TC once more. Analyze. And you see on the market value we now have 13.13. And this actually draws information from a website linked by the class, the import JBA Romani lib.stock. But let's comment out the other two methods simultaneously. Which is going to be the get investment yield and the P market V. P market V. So I'll quickly tell you what these two methods are doing. So right here, we're taking the investments now as equities. So use no enhanced for loop for equity. In this portfolio, P market V will be equal to the equity get the quantity, again a method defined within Romani's library. So the get quantity multiplied by equity multiplied by get market value. So it's basically just a quantity being multiplied by the market value of the current stock, or in this instance equity, being redisplayed. And right here, this is actually a calculation that was given to us within the iBook itself. And the only difficulty we had in this was determining the number of days since when you acquired the equity to presently. So to determine presently, all you have to do was do date of today is equal to new date, and then date long today will be date of today get time, obviously. And then the date acquired when you originally bought your stock or equity could be determined by the acquired.get time method here. And finally, you just compute the difference, number of days today minus acquired day, and then input it within the calculation. So as you can see, yield is determined by market value minus book value divided by book value multiplied by day per year. So let's run this quickly within our application. I believe I'm hitting the 10-minute mark. And our yield should update right there, and within it has a market value of 0.00 and yield of 0.0 should also update. So you're going to see that shortly. And I believe we're still in the TC portfolio, so let's go back to the TC. Analyze. So the yield is now 0.6% based on our calculation within the program. The market value being 1031.16 and yield is 0.6, and that's everything fully operational. And I believe that's everything within my iBook. Again, Financial Pro, FinPro.